Hi, this is Daphne Green from the Distance Ed office, and I wanted to talk a little bit about what's new with our blueprint, and this is specifically for campus instructors. So let's get started. So everyone's required to have a homepage. If you want to edit the homepage, and most of you will need to edit it because this information will be blank. Go here to the edit button, and then you would go in and add whatever you need to down here. And I can't spell, let's see, Monday, Wednesday, 1 to 3. Just add in the times that the class meets, or any other information where the classroom actually is. Students seem to have a hard time finding that in their schedule. So go in and edit this screen accordingly. Okay, so the home page is, you definitely have to edit that. When you click on the start here, I want you to know the attendance verification. This is do not publish this module. This is what we've typically had in the past, okay? So I know here, this is the information for your attendance verification report, and depending on how you do it, if you're taking roll or if you have a verification assignment, make sure you upload that information here or do what you normally do for your attendance verification report, but make sure you keep this section. Okay, going back to start here, you have to have the start here module. Remember that you have to keep the start here module. So here's course overview. Now for course overview, you can edit this. So this is just suggestions because it's a template. Just keep that in mind. If you just want to do a brief course overview, but you don't want to do how to be successful, or you want to take out first assignment, you can edit that. You don't have to have it exactly like this page suggests. So let's say you want to edit it, you click the edit button, and then you would just go in here and then you would delete what you want taken out, okay? And then you would click save. I didn't actually delete it, but the point is you can delete that if you just want like the course overview or something very basic in the front. That's perfectly fine, okay? The next section in the module is about your instructor, okay? And we do follow QM standards. So you would want to have a photo and some text for an introduction, or alternatively, you can have a quick video. But make sure you do one or the other. I know that some people don't like to use their photos, but do what I do and use an old one. My LinkedIn profile photo is probably about 8 years old. So find a picture that you like or do a quick video. Also put your instructor schedule down here. For a lot of you, that's just going to be a basic table, but add in your instructor schedule. Okay, the next part in the start here module, and this is new, and we added this because there were problems with students kind of jumping the chain of command in the process for a complaint. So we added this here to see if it would help. So it starts out by talking about the preferred method of communication is that a student should email you directly through the Canvas inbox. Okay, that is the preferred method. If they have to email you outside of the Canvas inbox, they need to use the Southern Union email address. Okay. And just a quick reminder for them, the student should always check their Canvas email daily. Then it goes on to talk about what are the steps. Well, hopefully, if a student is having a problem in your class, they would contact you, the instructor, first. And this is what we always encourage. Okay. Step number 2, if they're still having a problem and they can't work it out with you, they would need to talk to your department chair. Okay. So this is where you need to do a little bit of editing, insert your department chair name and email address here, and then take off the highlighted part. Step 3, if they're not able to resolve the issue at the department chair level, then it goes next to the dean. So depending on what division you're in, you would select the appropriate dean title, name, and email address and edit accordingly. Please take, when you finish putting in the edits, please remove the highlights and then also take off the names of the other 2 deans, because if you leave all 3 names there, the student will just get confused, okay? And plus, you don't want all 3 deans getting a complaint about one individual student as well, especially if it's not in their division. So just make sure that you do these edits on this page. Otherwise, students will be really confused. All right, on to the next section. This is the attendance verification assignment. And actually, and this is where if it was an online, I would say, well, hey, this is where you would link to your discussion board post or, your syllabus quiz. But since you're a campus instructor, you probably don't even need this section. And if you want to remove it, you can. You would just click the edit button. And actually you could go in and hit delete and that would take it out for you. Okay. Let's see, going back to the next section. And actually I think I skipped one. So I'm gonna go back to the home page real quick and go back through start here. Get started. Okay. I went too far down. Actually, I'm going to remove this. I was doing this for the other video, but this is a good way to show you if you need to delete something. I had imported a copy of the old Get Started module, and because sometimes people like to add stuff to the Start Here module, and you can certainly do that. If you want to go down here at the bottom and then you want to add a couple of sections, you're more than welcome to do that. But make sure that you keep the first 3. This one again is optional. If you want to delete it, you can delete it right here. Use the remove function. The last one here is the course Q&A. Now, it is a best practice for students to have a Q&A module or section in a course. But I want to caution you, it will not send you automatic notifications, okay? So if you will check this on a regular basis and you will use this function, then yes, this is a great practice to have. If you're really busy and you're like, I'm not going to have time to keep up with it and check it, then remove it, okay? That's your choice on that one. All right, going back to the home page. These are the important resources, and I just want to tell you what's new in here. I think actually a lot of this is the same. It has college policies, accessibility services. That's always very important. It links out to that, as well as the LI help, which is alternative file formats for students. There's the warning about the time zone changes and academic integrity and online etiquette. This is stuff that we previously had. So this, you should all be familiar to you. So go back. Now, help and support. Now let's go to, let's see, it pops down. It's a little confusing because it's not a separate page. It takes you directly to the help and support module, which is listed after the Q&A module. Okay, so help and technical support. Now, what's going to be new here is that we all now have a portal system, right? So the My SUSCC, all of that, when a student goes in, they will see all the same information and they have one login, and we have a single sign-on system now. So if all their banner and student email and Canvas are all located behind that portal wall. If they have problems or they forget their password, it has to be reset at the system office. So you would direct them here and they would have to email support@alabama.edu. And this is also what would happen if you as an instructor forgot your password. In the past, the distance ed office and the IT office on campus were able to reset passwords, but now that is all going through the system's help desk. So this is the proper email for forgotten passwords. Let's see, Canvas, it has the hotline for Canvas. Canvas inbox, this is a brief video that will help students learn how to use their inbox. For online and hybrid courses, these are the tech requirement links. Publisher support. You may not need the publisher support links, but they're here if you need them. And then there's a Zoom link. Okay. And then if you need additional help, down at the bottom, this is the email addresses for myself and for Ms. Barks and Ms. Bramlett in the distance ed office and when we're available. And you're also welcome to stop by if you're on campus anytime. So I think that kind of completes an explanation of the homepage. So remember, if you're on campus, you will need to have your attendance verification. This instructor module, this is really, it's templates for if you want to add parts. I know a lot of you don't add modules in, which is fine if you're on campus. But this information's here if you need it. If not, you can just minimize it. You need to keep the first 3 for the start here. And again, you can take out these 2 if you like to, or you could simply unpublish if that's easier for you. Because remember, your attendance verification is going to be up in this section. This is the help and technical support. You need to leave that. Let's see. So we have sample modules, and this is more for the online people. Now, if you want to use modules, you're more than welcome to do that, but you're not required to do it. So let's say that you're not required and you're like, oh gosh, I want to make it look as clean as possible and I don't use modules. I just put in the basic information because I'm on campus. What you would simply do is you would come in here and you would delete, okay? And you're welcome to do that. So we have module and the sample lesson module. And then we added in, I think it's got some extra stuff in here because I imported some content. But we had like module 2 and module 3. And if you're like, I don't need this, well, you can either unpublish, or you can actually delete it. If you're like, I don't even really need it there, you're welcome to delete it if you want to. Okay. So let me show you how. You may not need to import existing content, but if you do, I'm going to show you how. So you could select a previous course, and let's see, I've been using Western, the Civ, the QM shell to demonstrate. It's the default. If you import anything, you have to select specific content. You can't import all content because that will just overwrite everything, and that will cause problems. But let's say you have something in your old start here module that you want to import, some extra stuff. You can certainly do that. So you would click import and it says select content. So I would go to modules. Let's see, I don't need attendance verification. Okay, but let's say in the old get started, that I had a couple of extra content things. You can select that content and import it and then just edit it. And the reason it works The only reason it works is that in this new blueprint, the first module is called Start Here. If we were in the old system and you imported Get Started and it was named Get Started in the blueprint, it would overwrite the whole thing. So I would say don't do that. And again, you may not even need anything from one of your old Get Started modules. It's only if you had extra content in there. Okay, so if you do decide to import some content and it says an issue, do click on that button because it's probably a broken link or something. Okay, so I hope that made sense and I hope that was helpful and not confusing on that last part about how to import content. Because again, you may or may not need that part. I will say for the syllabus, you do need to have the syllabus. In the old version, we had the template here. We still have the template. We just moved it over to files. So if you need to find it, go to the file section. And this is probably for newer instructors. Newer instructors. If you're a returning instructor, we didn't really change anything this go around on the syllabus template. So you're welcome to use the template from last semester and just, change your dates and stuff if it's for the same course. But if you do need to find the template, it's under files. And you go there and it's here where it says syllabus template. And then you can download it and look at it. And this is the standard template. So you're welcome to do that. Anyway, this was a very quick video. If you have questions or comments, send me an email, or you're welcome to stop by and see me or Beth or Nancy. If you have any questions, we're happy to help. So that's it. And let me know if you have any questions.